Now for round 2 of Iced Coffee Talk. And now that the kids are back in school, the real world is reflecting on what we wish we would have learned in high school. So for a moment, think about all the things you learned that you also forgot.
Got him. No, I just remembered all of them right there.
And then
wow.
And probably forgot them again.
There they go. They're gone.
Yeah. And some of the fictitious classes the internet has come up with that they wish they would have had in high school kind of makes sense. So I found this gem on MSN, and while we all want a well-rounded education, there are some things many adults say, yeah, I should have learned that instead of like biology and calculus and all the other classes in high school. You guys ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Class number 1, how to stop scrolling 101.
Oh, man.
Wasn't even a thing when we were in school, but I get it. I get it.
Number 2, how to communicate with grandparents via text, including how to nicely ignore your grandma's Candy Crush request and reducing stress levels while reading paragraphs in all caps.
Why are you shouting at me, Grandma?
No. How to tell someone off without getting fired.
Oh, now there's a real world practical example.
That's
I will teach that class.
Professor Kent
Somebody
right here.
has his PhD.
I needed this one when I blew up my sister's microwave in college. Microwave cooking for 1. Like how to dress up a microwavable meal with veggies.
You blew up a microwave?
I did, and man, it
Did you put metal in
stunk.
it or something?
Well, it's been a long time. And finally, AP online dating, which I could be
What
the
is that?
professor
AP?
of that. Advanced placement.
Advanced placement, like college credit level.
AP, right,
Yeah.
gotcha.
AP, yeah, you would, you'd be great at teaching.
Yeah, so we all have
What was
something.
yours?
I got nothing.
Oh.
How to make poor family planning choices.
Oh, you knew how to plan the family.
Well,
it
I
seems
guess,
like.
yeah.
What I wish they'd teach us in mass.
That brings
that didn't
us to
come
our Facebook question, sponsored by the Happy Roof Company. What real-world skill do you wish you would have learned in high school? Head on over to our Facebook page and share your answers with us.
How to give a good confession. All right, here's another life skill that I think could have been taught in school. How to be tactful, as in being appropriate and sensitive, not rude, not careless, versus being tacky. Because some people online think that one bride is just plain tacky by requiring a $50 minimum for gifts from her wedding guests. Now, Laura Hediger says, hold on, she raises some points.
She does.
Okay, let's see. This comes to us from the Daily Mail. Let's lay it all out for you. The bride says that the people in the couple's family are notorious for coming to events empty-handed. Well, that's just a genetics problem. We can't fix that. She said that anybody who shows up empty-handed will be turned away.
Oh.
Okay, you just lost me.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Now, before we jump to any conclusions
You
here.
just jumped.
No, but I've read this and I'm still not buying it.
Okay.
It's worth noting that, as we all know, weddings are expensive. When you're a guest, you usually get a free meal, and sometimes free drinks with a free party. But apparently some people feel like it shouldn't really be free. According to WeddingWire.com, etiquette says that you should spend about $50 to $75 on a gift. So if we all know the expectations, the question is it so wrong for the bride to just say them out loud?
Yes.
I agree. I still think it's
absolutely is.
I can't. I'm
Listen,
sorry, Laura.
listen.
I want to buy into it.
Yes.
It
and
feels so wrong.
here's a thought, okay? I didn't ask you to come to your wedding. You asked me to come to your wedding. Now, I've never gone to a wedding without a gift, okay? That's just me. Yeah. But if I was at a certain time in my life where it was just impossible, do I want to be called out on it or turned away? No.
Or if grandma on a fixed income can afford a $35 gift, but not a $50 minimum gift.
Exactly.
Come on,
Don't
you're going to tell
I'm
grandma.
not the bride.
I know.
I loved my grandmas.
You did.
I would have been happy with a hug.
But
it seems like there's some dysfunction in these two families.
That's fair.
And they're marrying each other, and I can't
question
wait
about
for the dysfunction to continue.
I know. You're just here for the show.
Yeah.
Well, it will continue.
We haven't settled this.
Stick around. No, we're going to talk about this on today's Great Day Extra Live. GDXL kicks off on our Facebook page, Great Day's Facebook page, at about 10:15. Join us, for the the love of Pete, tell us what you think about this, because I would love to hear it. It's brought to you by the Bommarito Automotive Group.
I tell you, I'd walk in the door, I'd have a $50 bill in my hand, and when she walked down the aisle, I'd say, there, you good now?
There we
We're
go.
good?
We're set?
All right? Okay, let's eat.
I wish we were invited to this wedding to see what happens.
Yeah.
Flying. It can be stressful, but it's important to be respectful to the flight crew, and there are some things flight attendants say that you should not do.
It's going to be good.
Travel and leisure. Ask the flight attendant community what passengers do that annoys them the most. And the first one is touching a crew member without consent.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do
A
that.
simple excuse me, will work to get their attention. In other words, don't tap them on the back
or like grab their sleeve or
push
something.
them aside or anything like that. Another big irritator. Using the bathroom at an inopportune time.
I've done this.
Like when the flight attendants are handing out drinks. Needing assistance with a bag that's too heavy. Really? Why just sign up to be a flight attendant if you're not ready to handle a bag for somebody?
Okay, so you're upset at this, but you're not, or I don't know.
One crew member says whether you can't lift your bag and put it into the overhead bin because of an injury or other personal reason, you should check it at the gate. Also, flight attendants don't get paid until the boarding door closes. So it could be risky and they could injure themselves. Wait a minute, back that up. Back that up.
Is that true?
Flight attendants don't get paid until the boarding door closes. So it could be risky and they could injure themselves. What the hell does that mean? What does that even mean?
We're making it more challenging to get those doors closed in a timely fashion, I guess. I don't know.
That one does
But I
not.
also wasn't aware that like their meter started running once the doors closed. They're clearly working before
Yeah.
that happens.
Right.
That seems weird.